I would like first to thank the government and the Election Commission of Bangladesh for extending the kind invitation to come and share the experience of the parliamentary election in Bangladesh. As a Palestinian, I felt obliged to respond positively to the invitation, given the current circumstances and situation in Palestine. I bet you all know what's going on there. I'm also honored to address you today, not on behalf of only the Central Election Commission in Palestine, but also on behalf of my colleagues from Lebanon and Jordan, who delegates me to share their experiences today visiting a variety of numbers of polling centers. But let me emphasize one thing. We, as observing the election day, focused on the procedural aspect of the parliamentary election. So we haven't got the chance to look at the whole electoral environment since the call for election. So our comments regarding today is only focused on today's observation. We visited a number of centers in Dhaka and surrounding areas like Tongi. In all centers visited, we noticed quiet and peaceful environment, not only in the voting center, but also commuting between voting centers, in the streets, in the roads, approaching the center as well. The procedures we observed in the election commission and the election centers, voting centers, were very simple and very straightforward. It was easy for the voters, citizens, to go there and cast their votes. And I timed the voting time per voter. It ranges between 1 minute 15 seconds to 2 minutes 30 seconds. That depends on age, of course, and gender, and so on and so forth. But this is very good by international standards. Also, we noticed that staff in the polling center are well informed, and not only that, but well trained to deal with the voting process. We noticed also a gender balance in the within polling staff, so there were a balanced representation of staff in the voting centers, male, female. One very most remark I noticed personally is the efficient use of available physical resources. We visited a number of schools, colleges, and one university, I think, and one hospital. The maximum use of space available with modest physical facilities were used to the maximum, and I want to commend the Election Commission for that, as well as the staff. Presiding officers in all voting centers were competent and enjoyed leadership qualities. Parties, candidates, agents were happy about the process, as well as all citizens we interviewed and talked to. And we were impressed by the fact that people were bringing their kids along with them to share the experience. In summary, I want to commend the experience we shared today with the Election Commission and with the Bengali people. And again, I thank you very much for having me the chance, or offering me the chance to participate in this glorious day. Thank you very much. دكتور أنا حكيت عنك بس أنت بدك تحكي بالبلد. خلاص حكيت All right. So we can take, my colleague from Jordan is here as well, so we can take any questions and we'll be happy to answer them. Who will be...
As you said, you observed the procedures of election, and you are very happy the way it has been done. But I'd like to know what about the voters turnout?
كم هذا الفيديو كمان
Other countries, you have observed elections in other countries.
الكاميرا معك ليش مجالس؟
You mean compared to other countries? Can I have a, so I can answer the rest of all the questions? Thank you.
احنا في خدمتك.
حبيبي الله يسعدك معك شرف كبير. Yes.
Okay. Some violence is happening outside of
شكرا
Dhaka.
حبيبي.
Do you have any concern about that or any experience about that? Any comment on it?
Okay.
Hello, here. In most places, we can see that there are only ruling parties, workers, and leaders in the polling centers, and no other candidates were seen in the polling centers. Have you find this place?
Can you repeat your question, please? Repeat your question.
Yeah, in most places, we can see there are only ruling parties, leaders, and workers in the polling centers, but no other parties candidates were seen in the polling centers. Have you find this place?
Can I answer a bit first the three so Listen, to respond to the first question about your election compared to other elections. I came recently from Zimbabwe, and it was contested elections again, and boycotted by the West. As I said in my very first statement, we are here to judge the voting process, where the voting centers were opened according to international standard, where voters allow access, whether the staff were competent, and whether the closing and counting is good. We haven't approached the closing and counting.
That's right.
So this is how we build a picture about what we see. So far, your election, you should be proud of the process, voting process. As people of Bangladesh, you should be proud of the election commission. I mean, I'm not here to judge the political environment. This is not our duty. To do that, you have to live in the country at least minimum political. I'm not a politician. I represent a Central Election Commission in Palestine. What you do, guys, here in Bangladesh and Dhaka, is exactly like we do in Palestine. It's exactly as it's being done in Jordan, which I quite know about Jordan Election Commission, and the Arab world. So we all follow the international standards. As I said, in our way, we haven't noticed any sign of violence. All roads leading to voting center where, I was wondering why shops are closed. Nobody is in the street. The city was quiet, as well as the voting centers again were quiet. And we talked to people who voted and people who were as party agents, as observers. And they were all happy and content about that. We didn't ask political party leader or candidate leader whether they are representing the ruling party or representing other parties. So I cannot answer that question.
Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon. I'm Rizky Nawaz, working in China. Thank you so much for all the pain you have taken to observe this election. This election is very important for political issues, many pressures from outside. So why do you think this election was so important for you to come here? Number one. Number two, our Prime Minister, asking her vote, she told that her only intention is to
The second portion of your question.
after casting her vote, our Prime Minister this morning give back the power of choosing candidate by the people. So you have visited many centers. What is your observation? Thank you.
الثاني بتجاوب عليه انت سياسي. Okay. I was asked this question twice yesterday. I mean, you are coming from a country under war. Is it that important to come to Bangladesh? Were you forced to come to Bangladesh? Were you forced by the government of Bangladesh to come? No, sir. We have stronger ties with Bangladesh, Palestine, Bangladesh, and we received invitation. As I told you, 3 months ago I was in Zimbabwe. We were receiving invitations. So whenever we have invitation, we respond to invitation. I came from the West Bank, which is not a war zone like Gaza. So I was able to cross to Jordan and flying to Bangladesh through Kuwait. So I enjoyed the liberty of movement, unlike Gazans people. So whenever we are invited to a country that, you know, we have good relationship with them, we go. I'm here in another hat. I represent also, by coincidence, the head of the office of the Arab Electoral Management Body, and that body represents 12 member states. So in my report, I will be reporting to my country. I will be reporting to that organization. So yes, it's important to respond to invitation. The most important thing is to share experience, your experience, and the experience we saw today with our colleagues in Bangladesh. So we learn from each other during these visits. It's not political visit, it's not a show visit, it's professional visit. Your second part of the question, I mean, I already in my opening statement I replied to that. So we were happy. Now, regarding with whether the Prime Minister will give power to, that's for you, that's for the government to do, not for me. I mean, what we saw today, in summary, is a good process, good voting process in a voting day.
Okay, thank you. We have a lot of speakers.
I'm Amit Joshi from the Business Post. You visited the cooling centers and you found very good environment, good process. So, what is your observation as an international observer? The turnout of the votes is satisfactory. Till 3 p.m., 26% votes were casted. What is your opinion as an international opinion? Is it satisfactory?
You are talking about turnover, yes? Participation. I don't know what's the participation till now. In the early morning when we were touring the centers, it was very low. And people were expecting that percentage to rise up. But listen, if you are registered in the voter list, and I know registering is not obligatory here in Bangladesh, and you decline of going voting, I mean the percentage goes from registered, and nobody is forcing anybody to vote. You take certain countries where voting, I mean you have to vote by law. So I cannot comment whether it's 10%, 15%. That's a message from the audience to the certain election, and that message should be analyzed by politicians, by academia, an international observer like me. But we saw so many elections in Jordan, for example. In Jordan, which is my colleague, 35% election. 35%. So I mean, it was good election as well. And things are stable until, I mean, they are planning for next election next year, I think, or so.
Unless
So one cycle, rounded with 30%, 35%. So again, it has to be analyzed, studied by politicians and the research center like yourself and other universities. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir.